You love to see it. Arizona Cardinals picking fourth right now. Hold all the cards. We're going to do 3 rounds here.
Let's zoom in on your screen. Like one zoom in if you can. I've seen some people talking about.
Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. This is probably.
Yeah, this is going to be a disaster.
Just Command plus.
Command plus. Where's the plus sign?
At the top right of your keyboard.
Wow.
Okay. How about this right there? Bam! You ever seen a smarter computer, man? All right, let's do it. We're entering the draft here. Entering the draft. We're going to take this slow, and we're going to let the Chicago Bears kick things off here. And full transparency, we will start this over if 3 QBs do not go 1, 2, 3. Are you cool with that?
I live in reality.
Yes. Not delusional fantasy land. Caleb Williams goes first overall, followed by Jaden Daniels, and of course, Drake May. Perfect. So here's what we're doing. We're trading, much to the dismay of the folks in the chat, and we're going to trade with the New York Giants, if I can find them here. Where are those Giants?
Are they not interested?
Can I not even make a play for them? Am I
You're not going to drop down?
I don't even see them on here. Well, this is going to blow everything. Let's try again. Titans are interested. Where are the Giants? Here they are. Sorry. I had to refresh the page.
See it on your screen, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay. I had to refresh it. All right, so 4 for 6, and then we're going to ask for both 2s this year and next year. Is everybody comfortable with that?
I like that. Okay. What's it doing? Is it giving you a little percentage? We can't see it. It looks like
they don't even want to trade with us. They want no part in this.
Just offer it without forcing.
They're not going to say yes.
Okay, thanks for
listening. No.
Okay.
So now we're going to force it. 2 2s, okay?
Yep.
Force the trade. Oh, look, trade's been accepted. All right, we're going to resume the draft here. The Giants probably going to go wide out now. They're going to go Marvin Harrison Jr. That's not ideal. And then Malik Neighbors goes to the Chargers. So we're just going to pretend that Marvin went 5 and that J.J. McCarthy went 4. And in this case, Bo, we would go Rome Odunze 6 overall. Yes?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. That's a nice little net for the Arizona Cardinals. 2 day 2 picks, 1 this year, 1 next year, and Rome Odunze. And they're still on the clock at 27.
Got number 2 of their first round picks here. And don't need a receiver. Donnie Mitchell, no thanks. Kool-Aid, Jackson Powers Johnson, Ladd, Zach Frazier, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, those non-first round prospects. What are you thinking here? Is Kool-Aid the obvious choice?
I mean, I've got him right there with JPJ. I think that the Arizona Cardinals still, when you look at their offensive line beyond this year, they've got their tackles in place, but Yelda's going to be a free agent. They've got Will Hernandez, who's going to be a free agent. So the interior of their offensive line, you don't really have any building blocks moving forward. So I think JPJ is firmly in the conversation. He's somebody that you can, even if you needed to, give him the reins to the starting position. If you don't want it to happen to where Yelda relinquishes it, but I think he could be your starting center as quickly as next season.
Yeah, and I think you got to look down to like what's potentially going to be available. Like, do you have a chance to get a center / tackle later at pick 35?
You could go
your boy Chop.
Yeah, you Chop's there.
I would love Chop at 35.
Yeah, we can get him at 35? I see Jordan Morgan there too, who's like, if you want to pivot off the offensive line here at 27 and then hold out, maybe take Jordan Morgan at 35.
I'll go Jackson Powers Johnson at 27. I think you're probably getting, according to the board, that hurts. Jerzon Newton going 25. You're probably getting the best interior offensive lineman on the board. So we're going to go ahead and take JPJ and hold out hope that our guy Chop Robinson, he does not. Chop Robinson goes to San Francisco, pick 31. Kool-Aid went pick 30. Troy Franklin and Donnie Mitchell. So again, wide receivers aplenty. Ladd McConkey, Jalen Polk, man. Tons of receivers going. Cardinals are back on the clock, Bo, and it's a tough spot for the Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Do you double down and take another offensive lineman here?
I don't know. You really got to start to rebuild that defense, don't you? I mean, or do you?
I don't think you force it. I think again, you either take the corner out of Michigan, who's a really good player, 6 touchdowns. 6 picks, 4 touchdowns, and he's a little undersized. Or
he's a slot guy.
Yeah, he is a slot guy.
I have no issue taking Jordan Morgan here. And you're just saying, we're going to have a good problem with a bunch of offensive linemen and figure it out long term. Or you could trade down.
Can you scroll a little?
Yeah, let's scroll down.
Fisk is here.
The edge. Yeah, Fisk wouldn't be too bad. Most athletic interior defensive lineman at the draft.
You could trade down.
Yeah, what do you got for options there?
Yeah, not great. 45. You're rolling the dice. If you don't get Fisk, you probably could get Chris Jenkins. So let's check out. Go 45 for 35, and then see they don't have a third here this year. Yeah, I don't like this situation.
Who are you trying to deal with? Yeah, let's if you
go
like
Fisk
here. You just take him.
Yeah.
And you're back on the clock with the Giants second rounder.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, you're right back in the mix here. And you've got PHNX continues to fall. Ricky Pearsall, listen, if you guys are in love with Ricky Pearsall, I can be talked into it. The more I've seen, the more I like. Also, you're going to get, we haven't been in the spot.
Can I say something that I like? I kind of like TJ Tampa here.
They've worked him out as a top 30
safe space.
Yeah,
but wanted to make sure that this was a safe space before he opened his mouth. There,
TJ Tampa.
I mean, you like that right there? That's a little rough.
What's that?
He had a better junior year than senior year, or sophomore year than junior year. But I mean, that's kind of rough right there.
He played really well in JG and Rollis's kind of zone heavy.
I don't have an issue with it. When offense,
let me see where the chat is right here.
What other corners are available? Is there one maybe with the next pick that we could grab?
What position are you looking at?
Blake Corum?
Corners.
Yeah, corners you could probably hold out and get somebody similar to TJ.
I mean, do you have temptation to go Chris Jenkins here?
I do.
After taking Fisk?
I truly do.
Like they're so bad up front. I mean,
well, they added 3 guys in free agency.
Yeah, but not household names. I mean, solid starters, contributors, but I mean, you're taking Jenkins and Fisk to be the 2 guys for the next 10 years, hopefully. For me, it's like in terms of value.
Yeah.
Like Ricky Pearsall or Chris Jenkins is the pick based on value.
So you've got Sean Murphy Bunting on an island as far as your outside.
You go sign a veteran. You go sign a vet. I think you can get a corner with pick 66.
We can get Green from Forest State with the next pick.
You guys decide. You know the group. Who, Damon, you pick.
Give me Ricky Pearsall. I'm never going to turn him down.
You're going to bolster the wide receiver core. So you've added Adunze and Ricky Pearsall.
But what did we just say before this segment? You're going to get a Rome and a top second round receiver prospect like a Pearsall or a Xavier Leggett by trading down.
Yeah. Let's get Andrew Phillips right now.
Okay. 4 touchdowns last year.
He was a top 30 visit guy. He's a guy that's high riser. I love it. I love that pick. Damon, that's because of you, because you held strong and you said, Bo, you're not going to do this. You're not going to tarnish your legacy again with another TJ Tampa.
You can't quit TJ Tampa.
But I'm going to make you. And it turned out pretty well for us.
How about Nealand here? This is pretty good value for Nealand.
Yeah, not bad. Western Michigan wasn't too productive for the Broncos up there, but he's a guy that people like his physical skills.
Nealand or Dorless is the pick for me. You guys flip a coin.
Dorless can play a bunch of positions on the defensive line, but I think you've put yourself in a position where you have some really good players on the defensive line. I think you go with a pure edge here in Nealand.
Board's really falling so mad. Here.
What do we mad? Who do we miss?
People are so mad in the chat. This is the angriest I've ever seen the chat about our mock drafts.
Next, Spencer Rattler here at the top of the third. Bottom of the third is good value. Cooper Beebe, who is Baldy's favorite interior offensive lineman. I think he or Renardo Green or Kyrie Jackson's the play based on depth and quality of tape here. I know Jackson Powers Johnson's probably the heir apparent to Yelda Froholt. Cooper Beebe, can he come in and play left guard this year?
Yeah. So where do we sit with our picks right now? So
This is it.
All right. So what, Kyrie or Jackson, or do you want Cooper Beebe? He's done so much work to the offense. I think the offense is in a really good spot. So I would go with the guy from Oregon via Alabama, Kyrie Jackson.
Let's do it. Don't hate that pick at all. Listen, let's take a 5,000-foot view here at the Cardinals draft hall. No MHJ, but it's headlined by Rome Odunze, followed by Jackson Powers Johnson. You get a second round pick next year. You get a what I think first round caliber defensive lineman in Fisk. Ricky Pearsall eventually takes over for Greg Dortch. Andrew Phillips, rotational player. Marshawn Nealon this year, working behind Xavier and BJ, and then Kyrie Jackson.
Why are people
giving us grief?
Curious. I've seen like 10 Fs.
I don't know how you look at this.
What player did we not take? Great. You guys got to be more specific here.
They didn't like. A lot of people hated the Ricky Pearsall.
They didn't like the Fisk pick.
Yeah,
all
didn't
that
like
much.
Fisk. Thought it was early. Probably didn't like JPJ.
I want to double dip in this receiver class, and while Pearsall's not my favorite,
they wanted you. There's a big part of people that wanted you to go with Brendan Rice.
Where was he at?
He would have been available somewhere in the third.
I think, guys, and again, I'm not a Pearsall guy. Everything that we see, Pearsall is a better prospect than Brendan Rice. Is that true? Like, you guys disagree with that?
His name was Ricky Rice. People would definitely have a different thought on the matter.
If he was Ricky Edelman, people would be all over him, right? If he was, who else could we have? I mean,
people didn't love it.
That might have been their most polarizing draft. I mean, people, it's the consensus. They hate our guts over that draft.
Listen, if you hate that, we're going off of guys they worked out that we think they like. Right.